Sound, Chadwick.
Can I log in? Yeah, do your...
Hold on.
I'm just going to do a road view. Do we need to get directions on the road first?
I can get...
Just go straight back this way, right?
Yeah. Just right up here, take a right. There's the freeway.
Okay. Go straight back, take a ride. There's a fucking freeway, and we're recording. Oh, it's fucking hell. What time is it? Oh, Jesus. Brakes work at least. That's good.
Yeah, there you go.
Chad.
Yes.
What episode is this, Chad?
This is episode number 153 of SlapperCast.
Really?
Yep.
I believe you.
Who can count that high?
It is Saturday night,
Downtown Beaumont.
downtown Beaumont. We just left Logon Cafe.
Logon Cafe.
Great night at Logon.
What a fun evening.
It was fun.
That was fun. So last time we were there was a Thursday. Sorry.
No,
Thursday. And
it was a Thursday.
we were so much bigger crowd tonight, Saturday.
Bigger crowd tonight.
And Gary at the door and
Gary at the door.
I'll wait. And then just really fun. Trey running sound. Nice job, Trey.
Trey, pulling it together with very little notice. He
Yeah.
had no heads up as to what we were bringing, and he pulled it together. That was impressive.
But he had everything ready for us,
Yeah.
and much appreciated, and just everybody's they're so gracious there. And we sold some LPs, so we were really down to the last. We were getting down to the dregs of the LPs.
The dregs.
If you want to get the LP, you got to move.
Yeah.
You got to move.
Call. Either you'll get the dregs of our records, or we'll send you a Dixie Dregs record. Either way,
We had a
win.
we had a handsome contingent from the Drunken Monkey Privateers tonight.
Yeah.
So
True.
I didn't know that they had a Beaumont.
Oh, they do.
Delegation.
Jennifer had warned them that we're coming, so they made haste and laid waste.
Very nice.
In their face. But yeah, it was fun. So we got a little continuation from last week, from the naughty list.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to say too, before I forget, it's not always the club. I remember that we've done a couple of dog shows, and what I mean by that is we brought some people that weren't ready for prime time, if you know what I mean. And this one place in particular that I will not mention the name of it, or unless you want to go, but so we brought a young fella, and could do it, got it, and then didn't get it. And then you stand up there like fucking, like toy soldiers, just caught in deer headlight shit.
The one thing I could say in our defense is that we have had guys. We trust people. Guys. Trust. Dan Emmett, the inimitable Dan Emmett, who played with us for a long time, in between fiddle players, in between other full-time fiddle players. He was away. Dan came in. Dan never fucking rehearsed with us, but he learned everything. Like the first time he showed up to play with us, he knew everything right out the gate. And if he didn't know it, he could fake his way through it. And there was no fear. There was never any fear with Dan.
It's a deformed Hooters right there. It goes.
Deformed Hooters, yeah.
Hooters like that.
So I think sometimes.
Lefty's a little bit small.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
I think sometimes
She's a good person.
because we've gotten lucky. We've gotten lucky with certain people. We've like, okay, let's just take a chance with this person, and then it just completely blows up in our face. That was an example of that, right?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dan learned everything, no question.
Yeah.
No question, learned everything. However, you just cannot fake rock and roll.
No.
Hence, bands like Motley Crue and all that shit, right? So you can't Kiss. You can't fake that. You can't come in and be we're metal, we're rock, we're this, we're that, and then not deliver. So we have. I wanted to say that in defense of the some of the clubs too. This week, just so you know, we have Elvirus, Hate Christ, on the podcast today. So there's a continuation of the naughty list. What we're doing today, Tuesday, for you is we're just introducing this episode, which I know you'll enjoy. Tim is always fun to be around and to have on. So he's got his own stories coming up.
What's next for Blaggards this week? Or next week?
Next week.
Or the week after that?
I think the next thing we have is another trip in the van.
Another trip in the van?
Yeah.
North to Alaska. North to Alaska. It's not quite that far, but it's gonna be fucking cold.
Might as well be Alaska.
Cold.
those of you who are on our mailing list saw the first batch of dates that we booked.
So we're starting on Thursday.
Well, hold on, we got the big announcement that we haven't talked about on the show yet.
Well, that's what your editing skills are for. I'll come in again.
Can we say that first?
Skills and quotes.
Patty's Day, and then
Just announced.
And Patty's Eve, we are going to be in Dallas at the Kessler.
Kessler Theater in Dallas.
March 16th.
On the eve of St. Patty's Day, and then the next day on Patty's Day proper in Houston, Texas,
For the first time.
Heights Theater. Yeah, it's going to be a big
great.
fucking deal. I thought there was something else to say after that. No, that was it.
You had to be there. Actually, you do have to be there.
No, these two theaters are owned by the same company. They're beautiful. They're restored old movie theaters that have been turned into.
Has anybody
music
seen
venues.
shows there? Has anybody?
My mom has many times.
I've seen shows at Heights
I was
Theater
talking to us. Your mother's not here.
I have not been there.
I've been.
Well, she's anybody.
I saw Matthew Sweet at the Heights Theater, and I saw the Wood Brothers at the Heights Theater. Those shows were fantastic.
Yes, I saw Bruce Coburn at the Heights Theater.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And the sound was great.
It was impossibly fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was outstandingly, insanely, beautifully.
I would say Bruce Cockburn, but that's my own thing.
Guys, I'm going to say this.
Canadian.
There is a very strong chance that these shows are going to sell out. So if you want to get in to either of these shows in Dallas or Houston,
I think both VIP sections have sold out.
That's right. The VIP sections in Houston have already sold out, like immediately.
Day of.
Yeah. So, get in there while you can. We would love to see you there.
It'll be fun.
It's going to be a great night
With a special guest, apparently.
Yes.
Yes. Heidi Hill Riggs, who joined us in Oklahoma, Scott Fest, a few months ago. She'll be joining us for both of those shows. So that is another reason not to miss it.
Yeah, so we're gonna and hopefully next week, depending on our schedules, we're going to have young Heidi on the podcast.
Woo!
Yes.
So we're just going to introduce you. If you haven't been lucky enough to meet her, you will get to meet her on the podcast. And let's go back to Beaumont here for a second, boys and girls. So
As we're driving past the refineries.
There it is, right there.
There you go.
Yeah, we had the Few Gates show up tonight, Greg and Sharon, and we also had Larry and his gang show up. And
Larry
here's Larry.
Blackwell.
Yeah, every show for the last 15 consecutive, Larry's been there.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's been 15 or 14 shows, and I'm talking College Station. I'm talking, Woodland. No, fuck no.
He was there.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's been.
He enjoyed the furry that was there.
Yes, he did. I forgot about that. Yes. So, so it's just, it's always fun to go to and Beaumont's still new to us. We haven't been here on weekends, and we're trying to build that up, and it really is. It's a great town. Thing I love about it is the people that come in there. They know our stuff. They've been. A lot of T-shirts were bought online that were in there tonight.
Yeah.
So we walk in there to a room and they're requesting songs off the new record, which is just a thrill. It really is. It's such a. So we're gonna build back better in Beaumont, bigly. And I mean the crew there are they're just so relaxed.
Yeah.
Even when there's when the bar is busy, they smile and they just fucking saunter back and forth, and they like our friend Kelly in Atlanta, she'd say they mince around the bar. It's fucking hilarious. They're nobody ever gets upset. The punter's waiting for a drink, or everybody's just got a big smile on their face. It's quite one. I'm being run off the road by an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
that's fine.
Yes, it's fine. They've got a nice median here, full of alligators. So that was that's always nice. Run out and see all them. And then what was I going to say about Beaumont? I should have done all the fucking cocaine.
Drunken Monkey guys were there.
Drunken Monkey,
Gary at the door, and I mean, it was a good night, good show.
Yeah.
People that were there really enjoyed it, and I know they'll bring back more people when they come next time. So
it was
all good in the hood.
Yeah, and the weather was supposed to be a fucking torrential downpour today it was not. It's actually kind of nice at it. It's 70 degrees. Sorry to our friends in Omaha. But another 18-wheeler, thank you.
Yeah, it was supposed to, earlier today, the forecast was saying, and basically projecting it was going to rain on us all the way there, rain on us all the time, the whole time we were there, and then rain on us all the way home. The storm system passed over, like, to the north, so we didn't really, you can see it's still wet.
Yeah, thank you.
We did get plenty of rain, but it has not been raining on us at all.
All rain, no shine, baby.
Yeah.
So we're...
Yeah, I just saw some lightning flash off up the north. Just like I just said, just north of us.
Now he's a storm chaser.
Not over.
He's a sorcerer.
That's right. Sorcerer.
Yeah, so Beaumont will be a place that we're going to build up. It's a fun room, and like Chad said, Trey had no idea who was coming in tonight, so he worked his ass off, and in typical fashion, when you're a few minutes late,
There you go.
as we were tonight, that's when there was a couple of cables that were bad, so we had to replace them. But if you're on time, that shit doesn't break. Just that's how it is. If you show up on time, every cable will work. If you're 2 minutes late, we were 5 minutes late. We had to replace 2 cables. So if you're 10 minutes late, that's 12 cables. Do the math. Anyway, but it was fun. And it was also, keep in mind, we haven't seen each other since last year.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
It's been a whole year.
It's been like 3 weeks.
A calendar year.
It never happened.
Last time we played was the 19th of December.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
The tow truck.
But you wouldn't know it the way we played tonight.
I thought so.
Slow down. Fuck you.
Yeah. High score.
Yeah. We did it again.
Yeah. We're obviously pushing the Houston show at the Heights Theater and the Dallas show at the Kessler. We're going to be adding other dates in Austin and all over. So next month, beginning of February, we jump in the van and we go to Arkansas, sold out
show.
Sold out on the Thursday, and then Friday we're in Wichita, Kansas. Saturday, Wild Weston, Missouri, in all valleys.
That's what we got.
And Sunday, we're going to be at the Dubliner, downtown Omaha, where we first played with.
Very first gig. Very good place. That's right.
With me.
Yes.
And it was raucous.
It was fucking treacherous raucous. It really was. It was. I'm going to tell you again about that night. We had people, and I won't mention any J's. We had people come up to me like grab me by the scruff of the neck and say, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
This is rock. This is a hell of a rock show." I mean, his eyes were like as big as fucking dinner plates. He was
Nowhere to go but down.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
I mean,
Yes, Mister.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. H.
But there's more. Oh, buddy.
There he goes. Pick a lane, man. Pick a lane,
One
bud.
lane. Wow. I guess we're catching
He's
up with the
watching
storm
lightning.
now.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just the first batch of dates. There's going to be. We're working on a bunch more. Let's just say, Patrick is working.
We're going here. We're going there. We're going everywhere. Hopefully Louisiana. Hopefully back to Florida. Hopefully up to the Woozle-Wuzzle.
Michigan. Yeah. Michigan. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well,
I got shit on. We're going to go to the West Coast this year.
Yeah, we're
folks.
talking. Yep.
So
West Coast in the
we got a lot of
summertime.
shit. Yeah, we got a lot of shit.
So, a lot of people always, we see a lot of people complaining on Facebook that they don't know about our shows until after they happen. You got to get on our mailing list, guys.
Get on the email
You got
list,
to get
people.
on our mailing list because
Please,
we can't count on Facebook or Instagram or any of these places anymore.
And also, we don't inundate you with car warranties and with just shit. Worst case scenario, we do once a week.
Yeah.
Worst case, and sometimes it's once every 2 weeks. So I know everybody gets a lot of shit, way too many emails, and the rent's too damn high and all that shit. But our only way of connecting with you right now, 100% without fail, is the mailing list.
Yeah.
So
it was very telling. We sent a mailer out a few days ago just announcing these tour dates. That was the title of the email, new tour dates. It was the best before. We tracked the open rate on these emails. That was the best one we've had ever, just because people are so desperate to get out and see a show. But we get it. That's what you want to know. You want to know when we're coming to play. So that's where you got to go. You got to get on the mailing list. If you go to blaggards.com.
Yeah, we had that conversation tonight again, because the people that were there said,
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know you were there the last time.
Yeah.
And we said the exact same thing. We said, if you rely on social media, we're fucked. Because they are absolutely, without a question, they are squashing, erasing, pushing away there. Unless you buy the ads, which
Don't work anyway.
they don't work.
Yeah.
We've tried it. We've paid the extra. We've paid double, triple. We've paid anything that they've asked and more to get it done. And it doesn't. All it's doing is alerting who they think is, close. It basically just goes out a small percentage per dollar amount, and it's just it never works.
Yeah.
So the only thing that works all the time is
Direct contact.
well, I was gonna say penicillin and no,
It depends on where the infection is.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but the only thing that works is a fucking email. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And we also, again, I know this is long-winded, but we want to thank our new Patreon members. Thank you very, very much. And we have a lot of shit. This week we're going into the studio again. We're gonna so our Patreon members are gonna get a behind-the-scenes look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you the name of the song. It's just it rhymes with Speedo.
Wait, what?
Bikini? No. I don't have to work on that one.
Rhymes with
You'll
orange.
find, join us on Patreon. You can find out what we're recording.
But yeah, we're gonna do a Patreon exclusive on that. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'd also like to welcome our new Beaumont listeners tonight because they were there's a lot of interest in the SlapperCast tonight. So
Yeah.
anyway, but thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy our time with Elvirus
Yep.
on the Beast Coast.
Hey, Chad, what episode are we on?
Whoa!
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We're not sure where this is going to land. It could be episode 152. It could be 153. It could be 152 supplemental.
Or we could stop doing fucking math and start a black math.
Ooh.
I'm into it.
Yes.
Fantastic. Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you fellers. How y'all doing?
Hey, we're doing good. Just for those who don't know, for those in the dark, welcome. But this is Elvirus HC Christ.
Blessings unto you.
Yes. So what's your title in the Church of the Lord?
Well, I am not the Lord Supreme. That would be Mr. Lemmy Kilmister.
Yeah.
So the whole faith is based around him and rock and roll. And dude, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And so he whoa, what do we got there? We got a new toy.
Just so you know, this is the last time it's going to be manly. Next time you see it, it's going to be butch.
Yeah, it might be hard to see in the lighting, but that's...
Is it pink? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is it salmon?
Yes.
It's hot salmon.
Well, it's you're trying to emulate me now because I have the salmon caster, the pink Telecaster.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna be. I'm gonna call this Britney's knickers. It's gonna be sparkly, and it's gonna be glorious, and it's gonna taste like rainbows.
And all of its fortune will be owned by its dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me jump in here right now. In case any of the viewers are confused, I am not Lil Baby Eric C. Hughes. Every time I've been on this podcast, he is mysteriously not, around. So people are going to start wondering if it's like a Janet Michael Jackson kind of thing.
Oh.
But I assure you it is not. He's far too good of a drummer to be me.
You mean you're not shagging your sister is what you're telling me?
Fuck, I hope not.
Caught.
Him or me?
It's not all it's cracked up to be. Trust me.
Well, Ireland is a small island, so.
You take what you can get. When you got 5 sisters, you fucking do what you're told.
Jesus Christ. Well, I go across town, we can go across the hall.
Yeah. And the angels sing.
They need more minor key.
Oh, excuse me.
That's fine. Yeah. Ooh. Tritone.
So we have Elvirus here because we speak often. It went to true or false.
Very, very true. Long periods of time. One of us will either blabber on for a long time without coming up for air, and the other one will just not want to hang up.
That's very true.
It's weird. It's a weird relationship. It's a weird long distance relationship.
Yes, it is. Well, not that strange. Not that strange.
No, it's very welcomed.
The strange part is for me is when Gene rolls over and says, "Where's Elvirus?" I go, "You should shut your fucking mouth." Get on my tits. But no. So we have a Punkabilly Rebel in our midst, and always happy to have you. We speak.
The pleasure is all mine.
We usually finish, or I should say, solve the world's problems. And quite rapidly, and then because of our attention spans, we run off and forget all about it.
Right.
So what we're here to do is we're here today to put this on tape and have have this blessed by the Church of the Lord.
Yes, the fellowship. The fellowship.
Excuse me. Yeah. So we're curious today. We want to know what's happening up in the Northeast and the Beast Coast, if you will.
Weather.
Yeah,
the least coast, yes, a whole lot of nothing. Well, everybody else is experiencing nothing, and then I'm pulling a total patty and doing everything under the sun and running myself ragged. I'm crazy. I joined another band.
What?
I didn't have enough things to do on my honey-do list, so I joined another band. The Hellbound Hitmen, fronted by one Billy Moonbeam. A beast of a man. He's about 17 feet tall. He can bench press a school bus. I've seen it. Yeah, it's psychobilly stuff, kind of similar to the Outsiders Punkabilly Rebels PBR, which is my gig.
Nothing is similar to that.
Well, it's similar in a style format, the 3-chord formulation. But yeah, so. Things are brewing. I got 2022. The Outsiders are going to celebrate their 20th year in existence. So we're almost old enough to drink.
Wow.
Hey, wait.
Oh, it's soda. It's an energy drink.
You put that White Claw down when you're talking with us.
Listen, as a beer store owner, I find that very offensive of a comment.
Beer store. What's the name of the beer store?
That'd be the Brew Shop in downtown Shap, Vegas, Maine, Road 109. Yep.
Yes, Shapley, Maine, boys and girls. Mm-hmm. It's worth the trip. We've been there.
We were at my house.
Yeah, we have been to it, but we've been to the store. We've been asked to leave.
No, you were not.
Yes, we were.
I asked you to stay longer, and Eric C. Hughes needed to go see his friend in Portland, and was very despondent. He didn't want to be at my house.
Well, it's called a parole officer. He was under the gun.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So okay. So all joking aside, we need you today, like the flower needs the rain. Write that down, Chad.
All right.
We need you today because we're doing a series called The Naughty List, and on that naughty list, we're putting clubs and pubs and shrubs and dubs. And no, we're putting. I want to hear some Punkabilly outside. Outsider Punkabilly Rebel. I want to hear some horror stories. Give me some naughty, some venue or some drunk wankers or anything you want to give us. I want stuff for our naughty list.
You're gonna have to edit this one for time, there, Mr. Chad. Who I owe an apology to, a public apology. I blamed him as he was Jeff Bezos at our first gig back in September, back at the Bank of New Hampshire stage in Concord. Right. I had blamed you for my equipment failure of my brand new wireless system. Well, It just so happens I have them here. And so for the viewers at home, they look very similar. Okay. And if you look real close, one says
receiver,
yeah, and the other one says
deceiver,
transmitter. So
transmitter.
what happened was I had these transversed, and so what I had to do was I painted one red to go with red guitar because I'm an idiot. And that's why I didn't have any noise after our grandiose entrance.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Hang on, I gotta go get a cable backstage," like a stupid fool. So I apologize to you, Chad Richard Smalley. You are not Jeff Bezos.
No, man, we're good. You know,
because he has a penis ship. He has a fucking penis ship.
Yeah, it is my fault actually because I should have told my people to make those things look distinctly different. You know, like our in-ear system is. You know, you can't confuse those two things. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to make them look the same.
Yeah, like make one bigger than the other, or like, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But anyway, what was I saying?
This isn't a
Naughty
sex
list.
talk. This isn't a sex. Yeah. So
if it was though, you would know which one goes where.
Yes, that's
Because
all
one
I'm saying.
hole is bigger than the other.
Wait a minute. Okay, so let's go naughty list.
Okay. Naughty list. Like just a terrible gig? Like what defines?
Okay, well here's an example. I was just boasting today to a neighbor, because it's winter, it's 80 degrees outside today and the sun is shining, and I was working in my look at his face. And I was outside working in the garden, and
Garden.
and I was
in December.
yes, I know, in December. Weed eating.
I gotta get my sweater right now. Hang on.
Yeah. So I was out there, and a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a while drove past, and he stopped to say hello. We were chatting, and he said, so what are you doing now? And I said, we're playing music. And he said, what? Playing music? What's yeah? How does that happen? I said, well, it's you stick at it and you do it, and blah blah. But he had we got on to the we were talking about bar fights. I said, we were talking about College Station, one of our longest running gigs and one of our favorite places to play because it's on the campus essentially of Texas A&M in Bryan, Texas, and it's one of the best behaved clubs we've ever been lucky enough to play. And so we were talking about, because I said, we don't have, we're much like yourself, we're a fun band. We don't do, this next song is about oppression. This next song is about, it's a very lively and it's a very fun and it's a very, inclusive rock and roll show.
Mm-hmm. I've experienced it firsthand multiple times, and it is glorious.
So that's what we were saying. So in that, he was amazed and kind of taken aback that I'm talking about a club that we've played for over how many years, Chad?
A century.
Oh, 16 years. Wow.
16 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of Chad's girls are not even that old, if you know what I mean. And he was just amazed to have a tenure that, extensive and no trouble.
Yeah.
Again, hats off to the club,
right?
And hats off to the punters. They're drinking and they're having a good time and blah blah blah. So that said, with your new project, do you see that as being a very very calm, sedate?
So I just debuted with them. I'm gonna say, what was it? 2 weeks ago? It was the 19th. In Connecticut with this hardcore band that had like a huge following. It wasn't my thing. And I thought for sure this was going to be, I was like, oh, it was a crowd that was like, oh yeah, these guys like to fight. Nothing happened. But real fun story. We were right in the beginning, like the first song or like the first 5 minutes, and I felt something hit my head right here. And like, I was like, kind of like, what the fuck? And I look down, I see something fall. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I look at the back of the room, and these two young fellers with shaved heads and flight jackets laughing. And I go, those motherfuckers just threw a spitball at me now I've got COVID. And so I caught him after the show. I was loading my gear out, and I caught those guys who were outside, and they were like, "Hey, man, good job today." I was like, "Hey, we the Spitball guys?" And they started laughing, and yeah, that was me. Sorry. And then I was walking away, and I heard him laughing and talking. So they actually didn't do it. It was actually the singer, Billy Moonbeam, had spit out his gum, and he hit it with his hand, and it came back, and it hit me right in the forehead.
Oh, God. Whoa.
And so here I was blaming those two poor fellers. But, yeah, I thought for sure there was going to be a rumble there because I didn't look like a lot of those folks, but I don't care. Whatever. But as far as, like bar
give
fights.
Me a good outsider. Yeah, give me a good outsider.
I think in the 2 decades we've been around, I think there was 2 fist fights, or one was a produced rapier, not a rapier, not a Bill Cosby, just see rapier, like a knife, a switchblade, and then the other one was like somebody said Yankees suck or fuck Boston Red Sox, and then there was a fist fight of like 2 guys.
It was on.
And that was it. That's we're very fortunate in that regard because, like, where the fights happen, it's usually the clubs down, and there's a lot of testosterone and a lot of alcohol, booze going on, and everybody's fighting to achieve the end goal.
Yes,
if you know what I'm saying.
To my point, Outsiders / Blaggards. That's a fun show.
Yeah, nobody's fighting.
Yeah, that's a good time, and you really don't want to miss it. I mean, if you take your eyes off it, you stop paying attention for a minute, you're going to miss something, and probably something good.
Yeah, like plugging in the fucking receiver in the transmitter side or the transmitter in the receiver side.
It's all right. Hey, listen. When you're that close to Boston, you can put it in any hole and they'll like it. That's what I've heard.
You're not wrong. But it was so embarrassing to be performing with you guys, and that was like right out of the fucking gate. I was like,
yeah, there's every kind of stuff, because there was a lot of power to be had. Now let me ask you this: give me a club owner acting trying to pull a fast one, or give me a good.
yeah. I got a good one for you.
There you go.
So there was this woman, one of these self-proclaimed bookers, and she had some sort of like production company, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. And she booked us one time for a charity event, and somehow she had a Playboy Playmate there. So of course I was going to be the big get, and just stupid fat me is going to be playing guitar as a side hustle. And then so I was like, oh, that was cool, yeah, we'll do something again. And she reached out, and this was a paying gig. What the fuck was the name of the place? The Station up in Portland. And it's like a pool hall, but you walk in the doors and then you walk down a flight of stairs, and there's a pool hall and then like a room you play. And they used to have some pretty decent shows, but this one was not decent. She was letting people in, and then the one she did charge, she took off with the till, and I never heard from her again. Until she reached out again, was like, "Hey, are you interested in playing?" I was like, "Get fucked."
Whoa! Yeah. Does she have a name?
I err on the side of caution when naming names. I not to maybe impose some sort of repercussions on myself, but like to, I don't know, maybe they'll
make one up.
Maybe they'll get their comeuppance at a later date, or maybe they did. You never know.
That reminds me of Chad. You remember this too? We drove from Houston to Austin. It's only 3.5 hours. Probably your trip to Connecticut, maybe from Chapley, Maine, south to Connecticut. So we went west 3.5 hours to Austin. We had a gig in a place, in a venue downtown. Again, a female quote unquote booking agent, and if I remember her name on this thing, I will name her. But I can't remember her name currently. But
Connie Lingus.
Yeah, I know her younger sister, but
Sounds like an airline.
Enel.
yeah, but she called us up and just and haggled to get to a price that we could agree on, and we new club and no PA, so you got to bring your own stuff. So
That's an extra $1,000. Thank you.
yeah, you would hope, but it's not. And so anyway, we load the van, we get everybody in the van, we get all the gear, and we go to Austin. We go to the club. We walk, go to the back alley. We go walk in, nobody around. Walk through the kitchen, nobody around. A couple of people that don't speak very good Blaggard, and we're just like up and down stairways and in and out of rooms and looking around and. Just hey, do you know where? And there's nobody around. I mean, there's a couple of people here and there, but nobody knows anything, and they're all looking at us like, "What are you doing?"
Heard of her.
Yeah, and so by the time we figured out where we were, they had figured out who we were, and they had never even heard that we were going to be there.
What was the name of that place?
I'm so glad you didn't say they.
It can't possibly be there anymore.
They unloaded the van for us, and we never saw our equipment again.
Yeah, I remember that. We walked in. I think you'd sent me in first to see where we load in. So I walked in, and it was a two-story pub. Yeah, two-story pub. I walk in. Hey, where's the stage? And they're like, upstairs, looking confused. So thanks. So I go upstairs, and it's big room, nice looking stage, and there's nobody up there. And I think at this point I remember you being there when we found this out.
Well, yeah. So
maybe we both went in. Yeah.
Well, back up. So we're in the alley.
Yeah.
And that's why I sent you in there, because if, in Austin too, if you park for too long in the wrong spot, your van's towed. They can have you in and out of there in no time, or out of there in no time. Right. So Chad goes in, checks out, and we're in the back, and there's been no cars pulling in, nobody trying to load or unload anything. So we're able to. So that's why I ended up going in. I was like, he's taking a long time. Maybe he's getting a haircut. And I walk in
maybe he had to
and kind of do the same thing. I follow the Bezos trail all the way, and then we end up in the same room, and we end up, just finding out there, kind of just what nobody knows.
There's no band here tonight. Yeah, who are you guys?
Band here tonight.
Yeah.
So did you turn around? You had to turn around and go back?
We went and bought ice cream, as I recall. We went to Amy's instead, and it was raining too. To kind of complete the evening, it was just pissing rain all night. Yeah. It was sort of like, oh well, great.
We had one similar to that, where it was a friend had this pub, and I don't remember the fucking name of it. Otherwise, I'd tell you, because I think he sold it. One of Matt Backdraft, the bass player in the Outsiders PBR, one of his co-workers from the fire station had this pub in. God, it was like 2 hours away. I think it was like Salem, New Hampshire. So they booked us once, and paid us, and we had a good time or whatever. But I guess the manager did not like us at fucking all. So the next time the owner booked us, she erased us from the schedule and booked another band, unbeknownst to us. Fuck. So we show up and we're about to unload. There's already a band like sound check. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, you're not playing tonight. Oh, Connie. Oh, Connie. So what happened? We went down the street to another bar, had a beer, and just was like, and a bunch of people like from the area had come out to see us and hang out, and we're all bummed out. And this dude, what the fuck's his name? Bo, was like, I live around the corner if you guys want to set up in my trailer. I was like, nah, okay. So we fucking set up in a fucking trailer, and we played probably for about 45 minutes until the police came. And guess what song they showed up while we were playing, Patrick and Chad?
Fought the law.
Close. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
I was going to say Sweet Caroline.
That's not funny. All right. But yes. Dun, 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 dun. And what was I going to say there?
So the cops show up.
Oh, and they I go, well, they say it sounded any good out there? And I guess one of them laughed and thought it was funny. But So then we packed up again.
Jeez,
fucking hit the road.
We had a similar thing. Well, we've been double booked a few times. It was a similar situation to that Austin club at the first time. Well, it was going to be the second time we played it, and we found out, I think, the day of the show that it was double booked. There was somebody else gigging there that night, so we called up Molly's and Kingwood. Say, hey, you guys feel like some Blaggards tonight? And they said, yeah, get on it. So they
would say no to that?
Welcomed us, yeah.
Do you feel like nah?
Which is one of many reasons why we love Molly's and Kingwood.
Are they gonna fucking play Wagon Wheel?
Yeah.
Hey,
you gonna play Wagon Wheel? Hootie and the fucking Suckfish.
Yeah. So double booking and erased from the calendar, man. I would have left a little petrol bomb under the owner's car. Or
well, we never say what we do or don't do or might have done or thought about doing.
Okay.
I guess we don't want to leave a trail of evidence.
I got a big mouth.
No, it's beautiful. You're beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
I'm trying to think of what else. I know we've had some fucking disaster fucking gigs. One time we got booked at a bowling alley up in, where the fuck was it? It was like Lewiston or something. It was like way up there. Way up there. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
How far is that from Portland?
About an hour and change. I think the lovely Jean, Julia Gulia was going to stay in Lewiston, right? When she surprised you when she came up?
I don't know. If there's a prison, yes.
That's in, Rockland, Casco. There was one. Anyway, so we're way up north, and it's a fucking blizzard. I'm like, are we still doing this? They're like, yep. So we get up there. We do 3 45-minute sets to fucking one person. Then we go to collect the payment, and it's a check. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I went around to the person with the register. I was like, can I cash this here? No. What? What do you mean no? You fucking issue me a check and now you're not going to cash it. Nah. Jesus. So we cashed it. I think it took 3 days to clear. And then we got booked at fucking Laconia, stupid fucking bike fest.
Bike fest. Motorbike fest?
Yes.
Bike fest.
Yeah.
What was wrong with that?
Harley extravaganza. Well, it was fine. I mean, it's not my scene because I build my motorcycle. I don't buy it from the factory.
Ooh,
Shots fired.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
Yeah, the only reason I have such a disdain for those folks is because they shit on my fucking homemade motorcycle. Anyway, so we played at Laconia, and the check bounced. And that was Father's Day. I was like, sorry, Dad, I got to go to Laconia to play a gig on a fucking Sunday. Again, to no one. And the check fucking
what?
Yeah. Who the fuck was that? That was some fucking joint. It's they had a tent and a stage at Bike Week, but they're in Seabrook, New Hampshire. And the dude's always riding around with a fucking top hat on his motorcycle. I don't know how the fuck he makes it stay on.
Staples. Super glue.
It's all an illusion, Patrick.
Yes.
And then, that was fucking stupid. But we did open for Foghat over there a year.
Oh, cool.
The year before, 2 years before.
Foghat, never heard of her.
No.
Hey, break some news. Who are you opening for this?
I don't know.
In this new year.
Well, with which band? Because
there's two now. The only one.
The Outsiders PBR. After 20 years of trying, everybody and their brother was texting me, "Hey, you should try to get on this bill this year." I'm like, dude, I don't have the fucking patience. And then person number 2 and 3 and 4, dude, they're coming. You should get. I'm like, dude, I don't have fucking time to be doing that shit. I got a fucking business to run. Blah 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 blah. Can't be chasing people. So then a friend who works at this club in Portland called Aura, which you guys have played when it was the Asylum many moons ago.
Okay.
Reached out and was like, hey, do you want to be on this bill? I've got someone coming. And I was like, yeah, I've been trying 20 years and never got any response or anything like worthwhile. So then the talent buyer for Waterfront Concerts reaches out and goes, hey, do you want to open 2 nights for Reverend Horton Heat and Coffin Cats? which I was like, oh, let me think about it. Yep. Super stoked. Of course, Texas resident, the Reverend Horton Heat and Jimbo, and I don't know the drummer's name now. But yeah, 2 nights in May, which is also coincidentally the due date for our little Murky's, my drummer's new baby. Don't worry, I got to fill in. Okay. I got to fill in. If I need to, I got to fill in.
Yeah, well, that was announced. The birth of the baby was announced on our first night playing together.
That's right. You want to tell that story, or do you want me to? Or
I would like you to tell this story, please.
I still feel like a dick.
No. I think this is great. You fucking kidding me? This is the best. This is the best story.
So Mark and Lydia have pulled this gag on me multiple times, always to get a reaction from me. Mark is my drummer, Saint Merc of Diabetia, and his lovely lady Lydia. They've pulled the "Hey, we're pregnant" gag a multitude of times just to get my most foul, evil responses, and so Mark gets both bands and the wives and stuff all together and goes, "Hey, let's get together for a picture. All right, say Lydia's pregnant." And I go, "What did I say? Get a coat hanger or some stairs or something like that." So, God. Don't let her go to Texas or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it was the coat hanger, and I think it's the greatest response, and I think it should be. I think everybody.
It was fucking automatic. I can't help that. You know about not having a filter, I'm sure, right? Because we're the same ilk.
Yes.
Yeah. Get a coat hanger, and everyone laughs, and she goes, "No, really." And I was like,
"For real this time."
Ooh.
Yeah.
I felt so fucking bad.
That's fucking beautiful. That is poetry right there. And they weren't offended. They thought it was funny.
Mark loved it.
Huh?
I said Mark loved it.
Yeah. I thought it was brilliant. And then so just later on in the night we're playing, and I decide that So I decided halfway through the show, I said, well, what a beautiful moment. Of course, I didn't know the coat hanger response yet, because we find this out after the show. So we're playing the show, and I decide halfway through, I said, you know what? That was a beautiful moment that we got to witness.
And be a part of.
We were part of the, we're here on this monumentous night. I'm going to jump in with my congratulatory little spiel, and I get halfway through this thing where we're so and I was like, "Fuck! What if they don't want to announce this?" And I'm already halfway into it. The baby's already crowning.
That toothpaste cannot go back in quick enough.
Yeah,
and I have the audio recording, and I listen to it, and I go, "Oh, I can hear him in real time crawling into his own asshole."
Yes, it was violent.
Oh, it was beautiful. You said something about they smuggled in another outsider.
Yeah.
But then you go, well, I guess that's all I could say right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. But it was one of those things where I was like, fuck. Because this was all a backstage moment, or before the punters were allowed in. So I'm up there trying to, like you say, put the toothpaste back in the tube, and I'm just driveling. I'm just, I'm trying to, oh my God.
Unring the bell.
Yes. Yeah. Still, I wouldn't have traded a fucking moment of that night. I thought it was
so great. I had so much fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
And the second night was fucking rad too.
Yeah.
That place was rocking.
Yeah.
And that was our first time there since, I think, like 2019.
Yeah, much fun, and so the next time that we head up that way,
wait, did you see that? Fucking Chad was yawning. You're boring him.
I'll be okay.
Chad is yawning because
talk amongst yourselves.
Got my eyes on you.
Chad is yawning because there's 30 spent women in the room next to him. That's all he does all day. He's the impaler.
It doesn't count if they were dead already.
Yeah.
That was a dead
But
hooker joke.
that still takes that takes a lot of energy. Trust me. There's no bounce back in the cold ones. Let me tell you. So anyway,
Where were we?
moving on.
Oh.
No, but the next time that we plan to go up there, I'm going to put this. We're going to get it on the calendar so quick. It's going to be so much advance notice that we're going to have. Because I want to open it up. Not only is it the most beautiful time of the year in the fall, but it's also such a great time to get out and travel and come. So we're going to try to
Bring a light
get
coat.
get a big group together and see if we can't show them the beauty of Portland, Maine, and maybe the first stop will be Shap Vegas.
Well, as it should be, and maybe fucking organize some time where you're not rushing around like crazy people, and you can sit, and I'll make you some delicious Blaggards coffee.
I just
had
had some.
The coffee to have from Blaggards.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Sorry, I got jokes. I got nothing else.
He's got jokes.
All right, so
what are you drinking?
I don't want to talk about it right now. It's fine.
Is it Bitburger again?
No.
I
went cheaper.
You went cheaper than Bitburger.
Dude, it's post-holiday. Come on. Dealing with all those customers. That would be winner of the prestigious Blue Ribbon 1893 Pabst.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Which stole our band's logo. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Thieving bastards.
Somebody else won something today. Something else became award-winning today.
What? The Blaggards SlapperCast?
Yeah, that's always number one in the SlapperCast category.
Well,
we're always number one.
Yeah.
A track called PLFM on our new mag. Won Best Original Song on the Scoundrels Inn podcast.
That's very cool.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a pirate's life for some.
For some.
My pal Colin, I think he's a staunch anti-pirate man. He goes, are they singing, what is PLMF? Or PLFM?
PLFM.
Sorry.
FM.
Pirate's Life, me for.
Yeah. I go, I do believe that is a pirate's life for me. And he goes, oh no, what happened to you, Patrick?
Well, that's why the title's PLFM. It sounds cooler. It's like
that was funny.
We said it was like NIB when we decided to use the acronym.
Which is an acronym for what, by the way? Does anybody know NIB?
Nativity and
in Bloom?
Something. I think there's different theories. I forget. I don't remember if there's an actual.
Not in backyard.
Official. Yeah.
Give me some more. I need some more dirt. Give me some more. Okay. So band etiquette. Band etiquette.
Very few know what that means anymore.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm talking to you, Grandpa. So
it was my birthday yesterday.
I know. Happy birthday.
Oh,
I am a grandpa now. I'm old.
He turned 666 yesterday.
Again.
It's about time.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Mr. Elvirus.
Hey, thank you. Blessings.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You called me grandpa. I remembered that I was old now.
I know. Listen, get the walking stick and let's go on a journey because I want to talk about the bands that are supposed to get off the fucking stage but decide that they want to start. That's when they're going to start drinking. That's when they're going to start lighting up a cigarette, talking to their grandmother. To whoever's. Come on,
I get anxiety. If I'm on stage and I'm done, I'm fucking rapping chords and pedals and and people coming up. I love it. It's great. I appreciate it. Like yeah. I'll be over there in a minute. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. I'll be right over there. I gotta get this shit the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
There's another band coming. I gotta get my shit off. And a lot of people don't do that.
No, it's hilarious to me because it's I don't know that things have changed or there's just people who don't have enough experience when it seems like they should.
I think it's both.
But everybody who's either worked in a bar like Patrick did long before he picked up a guitar and got on stage, or people like me and Eric who are in bands all the way back, playing in punk rock clubs and stuff. That is something you learn right off the bat, because you get screamed at if you don't get out of the way, because there's 5 bands coming after you, no matter which slot you're in.
Off the stage.
Because they have these huge lineups of like 10 bands at every show. That's how it was at the Axiom back in the day.
I'll never do that again.
So yeah,
or the pay to
that's
play.
That's where you cut your teeth when you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and that's lesson number 1. At least it's one of the lesson.
One of many. One of many.
Yeah. So I mean, fuck's sake, that's why it's so fucking annoying whenever it happens, especially at festivals and shit.
I know.
So is there a band on the top of your head right now that you can think of? You don't have to name them, because we'll name them for you. But is there a band on the top of your head that just always takes their fucking time getting on or off?
Well, see, I'm going to let out my trade secret here. If you're a cunt to work with, guess what? I'm not going to work with you again.
Oh.
I don't care if you fucking draw. I don't care if you're my friend. I just don't be a fucking cunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. That is in the scripture of the fellowship here. We're still accepting memberships to the Fellowship of the Lowered. And then we got, I show this every podcast, because I'm very proud of the trifold pamphlet that I created for the faith. And I don't know if I had the Hall of Antiquities here when you folks came through for the fellowship. But we have some, I think I showed you the Shroud of Turing, which is actually the Lowered Supreme. It was Colin's tattoo that is on a napkin. It's the face of Lemmy Kilmister. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. If you're a cunt, I'm not going to fucking work with you. What makes you think I'm not that desperate? In fact, I need some time off. I'm building a fucking road case. Alyssa bought me a Telecaster. And it's just in pieces, so now I got to do that. I'm kidding.
What a great gift!
I'm very stoked for this fucking thing. You have no idea.
Is that one of those kits? I guess you buy. Yeah, StuMac.
You can get a Telecaster kit. So
right.
It's going to be the Devil's Telly Evangelist.
Hey,
blessings.
Have you assembled a guitar before?
He's the fucking luthier of.
Hey, my name ain't fucking Luther. All right.
Yeah.
No, I've never assembled a guitar. Actually, now that you mention it.
He does all the modifications, on his
setups and stuff, and all that shit. But never assembled one from zero.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I fucking hate these earbuds.
Next time you're on, you got to show us your completed work with that.
If it's done by then,
it will be done by then. We'll go back on tomorrow. It'll be ready tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I still got to finish that case.
Well, that's tomorrow. I said, that's more than 20 hours away.
You're right. I got plenty of fucking time.
Of course you do.
Pop rivets, be damned. But so all sorts of projects going on. And what are we talking about? Don't be a cunt. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I think that's one of the tenets of the fellowship.
I
know. I keep derailing your conversation. You guys have points and bullet points, and you want to get to, and fucking, I'm like a dog chasing cars.
That's exactly right. I'm the dog chasing parked cars, and I'm still behind. This is going to be a fucking insane year, gentlemen.
I hope so.
This was SlapperCast with the one, the only Elvirus.
Woo!
Hey, Christ.
Woo!
And from the Outsiders PBR, you check in the show notes, because you want to go listen to Brains. I want to thank you last night.
Eat the brains.
Praise the Lord. And we will be having him back on again, because he's not only one of our favorites, but we're just gonna try to educate some of y'all.
Oh,
anyway,
shit!
But it was great having you on, and Chad,
the pleasure's all mine.
Thank you for putting all this together. We will see him very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. From this moment on, you have been blessed by the Lowered.
Lowered's blessings unto you.
Cheers, y'all.
Woo! See ya.